This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Los Angeles, nice location at Venice Beach. Don't normally see you this side of the pond, normally it's in London, isn't it?
No, we do a lot of stuff over here too. We just did a big fight, we had the fight at the Forum. That was over here in LA. It was great. We were actually did the open workout right here in Venice. It's great to be back. It is a great location.
Brilliant location. Now, I know you're a hardcore boxing fan. When this was first announced that two YouTubers would be headlining the Staples Center on a Matchroom build, DAZN, Eddie Hearn, what was your reaction then? And has it changed to now?
No, I think, look, listen, I'm a big proponent for boxing. And the fact that these guys are big YouTube stars and they're involved in boxing and they're bringing eyes to it, I think it's a great thing. So, you know, I know the hardcore boxing fans aren't going to be so into it, but there are a lot of new faces that will be into it. And if that can bring more eyes to our sport, I think it's a good thing. And especially they're going to see guys like BJ Saunders and Devin Haney and Rashad Mahdi and Nikita Ababi and, you know, Diego Pacheco and Alexis Espino. They're going to see all this great young talent. So to me, I think it could be really good for the sport.
Do you think there's the health concern? We always know there is a health concern in any sort of combat sport, but where these guys are making their professional debut, no head guards, the gloves, etc., are going to be completely different for them. Do you think there's a bit of more of a risk with these two?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think they know what they're getting into. You know, obviously they don't have the backgrounds that a lot of these other fighters have, but they've been training. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But no, I don't think there's any necessarily more risk. I mean, boxing's an inherently dangerous sport. We know that.
You looking forward to working on this builder?
Yeah, it should be a great card. I mean, again, Devin Haney, BJ Saunders, Rashad Mahdi, Nikita Ababi, Alexis Espino, and then the KSI Logan Paul. If you watch the first fight, I mean, the skill might not have been, you know, tip-top, but the heart was. I mean, those guys fought really hard. So now they're taking this really serious, and you've seen that in their training camps. And Logan Paul, to be honest, he threw his jab really nice. He just gassed really early. KSI threw a lot of big, massive punches. So we'll see. I mean, at cruiserweight, they're fighting at cruiser. So one of those punches lands with the smaller gloves, no headgear, could be a different story.
Talking about cruiserweight, rumours, well not rumours, but talk after Canelo Kovalev that Canelo could do cruiserweight. I don't know if he was having a bit of tongue-in-cheek from his side, but there was certain sort of people in the media saying, yeah, we could see him at cruiserweight. Do you think he could make that jump? It is the biggest weight jump in boxing.
I mean, look, we've seen a lot of crazy things in boxing before. I wouldn't be surprised. But again, I think, you know, Canelo is, obviously he's kind of the face of boxing right now. He's the big superstar. Great performance against Kovalev. You know, it was a pretty even fight, pretty close fight up until it wasn't. You know, but he's kind of following like the Mayweather blueprint, where he's going after guys with big names that are kind of getting a little bit longer in the tooth. So if he wants to fight at 175 against a guy like Beterbiev or Bivol or Gvozdyk, you know, it might be a little bit different. I mean, these are guys in their primes, so that's going to be a different thing. And if this guy wants to move up to cruiser and fight, you know, guys like Doherty Coase or Briedis, I think it's going to be a different story. I mean, this is the thing. You look at Kovalev in that fight, just even his body language, his face, he kind of didn't look like it almost looked like he was just trying to survive the whole situation rather than coming in like really being the crusher of old. He didn't really have that, you know, and you know, when you're bigger than a guy and you have that really great jab, which we saw the great jab, he just didn't let the right hand go at all. You know, he was really tentative. He was afraid of that counter punching. But, you know, when you're a big guy like that, you got to really impose your will, especially early, because when you get a really phenomenal fighter like a guy like a Canelo, he's, you know, a lot of these early rounds, he's sussing out information from you and he's timing you. And then that's when he caught him, you know, and he knocked him out. So I believe that a younger Kovalev, it would have been a very different fight than what we saw Saturday night.